Israel is greatly concerned that the International Criminal Court may issue arrest warrants for Prime Minister Netanyahu, the Defense Minister and senior military officials as early as this week. The court launched an investigation 3 years ago into possible war crimes committed by both Israel and Palestinian militants, going back to the Israel-Hamas war in 2014. It has given no public indication that the arrest warrants are imminent, and it was not clear whether Israel was also expecting arrest warrants for any Hamas leaders. But what does this mean for the Israeli Prime Minister? Well, any warrants would not mean that Netanyahu will end up in jail. Neither Israel nor the United States actually recognize the court's jurisdiction, though any warrants would actually put Israeli officials at risk of arrest in other countries that actually include much of Europe. They would also serve as a high-profile statement on Israel's actions in Gaza, and an embarrassing development, frankly, that would put Netanyahu alongside Russian President Vladimir Putin as a major leader to face such action from the ICC.
Troubles are mounting for Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, as the leader could now be facing arrest warrants from the International Criminal Court on various charges linked to the Israel-Hamas war in Gaza. According to reports, Netanyahu, Defense Minister Yoav Gallant and Chief of Israel's Defense Forces could face arrest in roughly 129 countries. In the nearly 7-month-long war, Netanyahu has faced international backlash for Tel Aviv's response to the October 7 attacks, as well as accused of preventing the delivery of humanitarian aid to Gaza. Responding to a possible ICC arrest warrant, Netanyahu threatened that such intervention would set a dangerous precedent. Taking to X, Netanyahu rebuked, "Under my leadership, Israel will never accept any attempt by the ICC to undermine its inherent right of self-defense. While the ICC will not affect Israel's actions, it would set a dangerous precedent that threatens the soldiers and officials of all democracies fighting savage terrorism and wanton aggression." Speculation over his arrest comes days after Netanyahu set a date for a military offensive into Rafah in southern Gaza, the last space of refuge for over a million Palestinians remaining in the Gaza Strip, with tent camps set up in Khan Yunis. An impending IDF operation into Rafah has garnered immense global criticism. Even at home, Netanyahu continues to face public dissatisfaction over his inaction to bring back the 133 hostages that remain in Hamas's captivity after more than 200 days since the war first erupted, with many protesters continuing to demand for his resignation. NDTV Bureau Report.